What's going on, guys? Dwayne here from My Investment Journey, and I am back again. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 10 dividend payments that I got last month, which happens to be March 2023. As a matter of fact, these 10 dividend payments totaled $699.63. So that's what we're talking about. I'm going to show you all 10 dividend payments that I got, as well as where I am as far as my position in that particular company. All right, so that's what we're talking about in this video, the 10 dividend payments that I got in the month of March of 2023, which totals $699.63. But hey, if you're new to the channel, once again, my name is Dwayne with My Investment Journey, and on this channel, I talk about how to start investing in the stock market, and I show you my investment journey. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so I'm actually doing this video on April 8th. I know it's kind of late, so I'm going to be sharing my computer screen with you guys. So the stock market's currently closed. This is Saturday. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday for those of you guys that are into that. So if I show you here on the computer, you can see it's April 8th, which obviously this is on the computer. Okay, so the market's closed, so that's why the screen is black. Currently, just a quick snapshot of my portfolio as of Thursday. My portfolio is valued at $210,000. Overall, I've invested $260,000. And so that's kind of where I am. I'm down overall. Just for the people that want to know, I'll click on all just to show you guys on the screen. So all time, I'm down $54,000. You can see here it says $259,985. Okay, but overall, like I said, I have invested $260,000. Of course, because of Robinhood Gold, they take their little $5 every month, and it eats away at my overall what I've invested. So there's a quick overview and snapshot of my account. Obviously, I'm still down $50,000, which is quite a bit, but I've been down more. So that's beside the point. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the 10 dividend payments that I got in the month of March. And then once again, I'll show you each company and where I am as far as my average cost per share. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys here. At the very bottom of the screen, you guys can see for March 9th is where I'm starting with AGNC Investment. AGNC Investment pays dividends monthly. So at this particular time on March 9th, I got a dividend payment for $43.99. At the time, I had 366 shares. AGNC Investment is paying 12 cents per share. And so that's where I was. March 10th, ExxonMobil pays quarterly. I got a dividend payment from ExxonMobil for $39.94. At the time, I had 43.89 shares. Exxon is paying 91 cents per share. The next one up is by 3M. I got a dividend payment on March 13th. 3M pays dividends quarterly as well, so that's once every 3 months. I had 35 shares at the time, and they're paying $1.50 per share, which allowed me to get a dividend payment for $52.50. The next one up is Stag Industrial. Stag Industrial pays dividends monthly. On March 15th, I got a payment for $5.69. I currently had 46.46 shares, and Stag was paying 12 cents per share. The next one up is Prospect Capital, who also pays monthly. I got a dividend payment on March 22nd. As you guys can see, at the time, I had 1,679 shares. Prospect Capital was paying 6 cents per share. My dividend payment is for $100.74. The next one up is with Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF. I got a payment on March the 23rd. At the time, I had 12 shares. Vanguard was paying 71 cents per share, so the payment was for $8.67. The next one up, which is Amor Residential REIT, and they pay monthly, was on March the 28th. I had at the time, and I had a lot of shares at the time. I actually have been using margin and investment to get my average cost lower with ARR, which I've done very successful. I will be making a separate video talking about that. So at the time, I had 3,459 shares. They're paying 8 cents per share. So my dividend payment was $276.75. The next one up is Vanguard Growth ETF. This pays dividends every quarter, so once every 3 months. At the time, I had 60 shares. I got this was paying 42 cents per share, and the payment was for $25.84. The next one up is Vanguard Information Technology ETF. I got a payment on the 29th of March. At the time, I had 76.52 shares, and the payment was for, and they are paying 77 cents per share. The payment was for $59.04. The next one up is Gladstone Capital, which is the last one. Gladstone pays monthly. Okay, so I got a dividend payment from Gladstone. At the time, I had 1,152 shares, and Gladstone is paying 0.07 cents. The payment was for $86.47. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys every single one here. So currently the first one up is AGNC Investment. As you guys can see, my average cost is $10.22. And as of Thursday, once again, the video is being done on Saturday, AGNC Investment was trading for $10.31. So my total return is I'm up 0.9%, which is really, really cool because I've been down in this position. As a matter of fact, I have been doing a lot of margin investing and buying and selling and buying and selling to get my average cost to be lower. Okay. And once again, I will make a video talking more about that, especially regarding Armor Residential REIT, because I was able to move that down substantially. Okay, so there you go. These dividend payments are getting bigger and bigger every time, and that's the beauty of reinvesting your dividend payments. I was trying to show you guys some dividend payments here. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Let me just filter it here and just click on dividends. So as you guys can see, I got a dividend payment here on March 9th for $43.99. Of course, on February 9th for $43.54. January the 11th for $43.08. So as you can see, the dividend payments have been getting more and more because I'm reinvesting the money to grab more shares. All right, the next one up is ExxonMobil. As you can see, ExxonMobil, I'm definitely in the green on this one. I love looking at this one. My average cost per share is $46.95. So my overall return is I am up 145%, which currently is plus $3,000. This is pretty straightforward. Very excited about this position that I have with Exxon. I actually sold some of my shares and picked up some other shares. I think I picked up shares from 3M when I sold. Basically, what I ended up doing was when I was a little over 100% in regards to my returns, I went ahead and just sold that amount, right? So like if I invested $3,000 and now my portfolio, not portfolio, but this particular position is valued at $6,000, I went ahead and sold three. Right, I just sold $3,000 because you can sell in shares and you can sell in dollars. I went ahead and sold $3,000, and then I went and turned around and grabbed some shares with 3M, which is another great dividend paying company. All right, so that is that position here. The next one up is going to be with 3M. As you guys can see, my average cost per share is $111.43. It's actually a little lower. It was like $120 something the other day. I think it was $122, and I used margin investing again because 3M is trading lower than when I grabbed some shares initially and I brought my cost down. Okay, so currently you guys can see my total return with 3M is I'm down negative 8.86%, which is negative $745. All right. The next one up is Stag Industrial, which pays monthly. My average cost per share with Stag Industrial is $39.92. I will eventually be using margin investing to bring this average cost even lower if Stag continues to trade this low. My total return with Stag Industrial is negative 17%, which is negative $317. Okay. The next one up is Prospect Capital, who pays monthly. My average cost with Prospect Capital is $6.92. Another account that I was able to use margin investing successfully and bring my average cost down. $6.92 right now. Total return with Prospect Capital is negative $270. So I'm negative 1.21%. All right. So that translates to $270. The next one up is Vanguard High Dividend Yield ETF. My average cost per share is $90.97. My total return with this particular investment is I'm up 16%, which happens to be $181.97. The next one up is Armor Residential REIT. Super stoked about this one. Super happy. I've done a lot of work to get my average cost down. My average cost per share is $5.34. My total return right now is positive 0.66%, less than 1%, which happens to be $90.79. The next one up is Vanguard Growth ETF. My average cost per share, $283.14. My total return right now is I'm down negative 12%, which happens to be negative $2,119 that I'm down in regards to Vanguard Growth ETF. This is a quarterly paying ETF as well. The next one up is Vanguard Information Technology ETF. My average cost is $409.35. My total return is negative 7.20%, which means I'm down negative $2,260. The last one up is with Gladstone Capital, who pays dividends monthly, and my average cost per share is $10.77. My overall return is negative 14%, which is negative $1,779.23. Now, I've been very, very fortunate to have been playing with margin investing. So I mentioned margin investing on and on throughout this video, which margin investing, you guys can see my buying power here in the middle of the screen is $117,000. Okay, that's not my money. That's money that Robinhood is allowing me to borrow. Now, I haven't used that amount yet. That's why it says my buying power is $117,000, because that's how much more I could still borrow from Robinhood. Now, margin investing has to do with, on Robinhood, the fact that they'll give you some money based on how your portfolio is valued. If you're invested in stocks that are not risky, for easy math, let's say you have $100,000 invested in Apple. Apple's a pretty stable company. Apple is the company that a lot of ETFs have the biggest position in. So if you buy into an ETF, it may have Apple as number one, Microsoft is number two, Facebook, Tesla, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the highest percentage would be with Apple. So if you had $100,000 invested with Apple, and in regards to using margin investing on Robinhood, you would need to turn on your gold. You'd have to have Robinhood Gold, and Robinhood may spot you $100,000. So they'll actually give you another $100,000 that you can use to invest. So because of that, because I have margin investing in regards to Robinhood, and they've given me, I think I have $320 something thousand that I could borrow from Robinhood in regards to margin investing. Because of that, I've been able to purchase some stocks, because I know that the price is substantially lower than what my average cost was when I initially purchased. And so when I do that, if I get a lot of shares, it's going to bring my cost down. And then of course the stock goes up, and then I just sell for the same amount of money that I borrowed, or I can sell for the amount of shares that I buy. So if I borrow $3,000, right, and the stock was $5 at the time, and then it goes up to $5.10, I could sell back the same amount of shares, which will give me more, okay, more than $3,000, or I could just sell back $3,000 and keep the extra shares, which is what I've been doing. All right. We'll talk a little bit more about margin investing in another video, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about the fact that I got the 10 dividend payments in the month of March, which totals $699.63. $699.63. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. It helps the channel tremendously. And that's going to be it. Once again, my name is Dwayne with My Investment Journey, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.